Yeah. Now we are going to talk about the data provider. So what is the topic right now we are going to talk about means how to perform the data driven testing. That is what our topic. The topic is we are going to talk about the data driven testing concept using the at data provider annotations. First of all, what do you mean by now data provider? Assume that actually, okay, assume just you are planning to create one bank account. Okay, you are planning to create the bank account. So if you go to the bank, how what will happen? The cashier or clerk, they will take your detail and they will say this bus. It will take for at least what is that 15 minutes or they will ask you to wait for that. So one bank account they are taking for 15 minutes. Assume that not 15 minutes. Sometimes they will take for 30 minutes. Why? Otherwise, they will ask you to come for tomorrow as well. Why they are doing that? Because they have to open the application. They have to do that. So many things they have to manually do that. Otherwise, they may be busy with other work, right? Or they will ask for something like come for next day. They will ask, right? Why? Why they are not able to create it immediately? Because they are fully busy. The reason is the clerk is busy, right? But the same stuff we can do it faster. How? By doing the automation. How many they can do that actually? They can do multiple. How? With the help of the automation. Then in these cases, I want to assume that actually there are 1,000 customers are coming. One bank account is taking 30 minutes. Mean 1,000 what is that? 1,000 bank account means automatically 1,000 into 30. It means almost what is that? How much time it will be taking? Something around 500 hours it will be taking. 500 hours means what will happen? The person daily working hours is only 8 hours only or 10 hours or they are okay. Assume that they are working the 10 hours. What will happen? It means 50 days to create the 1,000 customer account. It's really horrible, right? They may lose the customers. Then how to do it faster? That is what this kind of data provider will help. How the data provider will help actually? What is the concept is here is bank account creations. Bank account creations. Bank account creations means what they have to do? They have to create the one simple script. Okay, single script they have to create for the bank account creations. One automation scripts. How to create the bank account. So then what you have to do? You have to put all the customer data. What is the customer data? Take all the 1,000 customer data in Excel or anywhere. You can put it in the Excel or JSON or flat file, whatever it is. Then what you have to do? You have to pass this 1,000 customer to here. So what will happen means your script will take the first customer, then it will create the bank account. Then it will take the second customer, it will create the bank account. Then third, fourth, till it will go to 500. So who will take care of this one? Everything will be taken care by automation scripts. How much time? No problem. Just run it and you can go for other work. Within the single day itself, it will go and create it. Assume that one account creation is assume that actually if you're doing that manual script means okay, if it is one account creation is taking for maximum if they sit and do that means maximum they can create it within the 5 to 10 minutes they can create. Assume that. So 500 what is that customer 1,000 customers is if they are creating means what will happen? They can do within what is that 1,000 into 10 minutes. What will happen? They can do within 10,000 minutes. 10,000 minutes means it's a divide. If you put it in the hour basis, it will be very less. Again, same thing. The same thing is we can reduce it as well. How we can reduce it actually? If you are running in the several machines, automatically it will go down. The hours will go down. If you are running in the 10 machines means then it will take only 1,000 minutes only. If you are running in the 100 machines means only 100 minutes only it will be taking. So if you want, this kind of stuff is they are calling as a data driven testing. So same test case, okay, same test case will be executed with different sets of test data. I'll repeat one more time. Same test case will be executed with different sets of test data. See, the previous one is taking for something around 500 hours. I'm talking about that. 500 hours means it is huge. But right now I'm talking about only the minutes, right? And if you do it through automation, it will be faster. Human means they will go and click it, click it, click it. I'm just taking examples of 10 minutes only. But if we go with automation, it will be doing faster. 5 minutes also it will be taking. Okay, within what is that? The 1,000 customers, we can create it within the whole day. Within one day, they can create it. So they can save huge hours. It's automated, right? No need to work. That will run 24/7, right? Human being only if the human being means only 10 hours only they will work or 8 hours only they will work. But here is vision means the 24/7 it will run automatically, faster, right? And if you increase more missions, then parallel execution also will be there. That is also it will increase the productivity. The customer creation will be more and more faster. So you will get more business, time saving. So same test case will be executed, different sets of data. What do you mean by a same test case? That is nothing but your bank account creation. With different sets of test data, that is nothing but your 1,000 customer means Venkatesh need bank account, Maharasi need bank account, who's that? Sriram need bank account, Prakash need bank account. What will happen? Likewise, 1,000 customers. So first it will go and create for Venkatesh bank account. Second it will take for Prakash. Third it will take Maharasi. Fourth it will take for what is that? Shruti Bala. Then Sriram. It will keep on creating for thousand customers without any manual intervention. Meanwhile, the clerk can do his work, whatever the things he want to do, he can do that. This is how we can achieve it. How we can execute. Same test case will be executed with it. How we can execute. That is what the concept is, data provider. We are going to talk about the data provider. So how to achieve it? Let's see. This is a interview question they will be asked about that. Data provider they may ask. Data provider annotations in TestNG is essential feature for running the same test with the different sets of test data. In the previous one is just previously we talked about, right? Parameter annotations. What is that? Just they are taking the input from the test engine to your test method. Just their parameterization, that's all. But here is little bit different. Same test will be executed with the different sets of test data. That is what the feature. This allows you to run your test with test case or test method with more efficient way by executing the same test with the different inputs without duplicating the code. No need to duplicate that actually. The same code only. The code is same. Bank account creation, same code. Are we doing any modification? Nothing. Same code only. How to do that? We are going to talk about that. Okay. We'll go and create one test right now. How to do that? Same story. Whatever the story we written that, let me go with that. Data provider example. Okay. Data provider example. That is what our class name. Okay, go with that. This is, again, I'm going to write the same test case. The test case already we have written, right? The same test case I'm going to use it here. What is the test case we have written? That same test case. Okay. Verify login message successfully displayed after entering the data. Okay, this is what my data. Okay, this is what the data. What I'm going to do, this same test case. Let me copy the same test case. Okay, this is the same test case. Same test case. What is that? I'm going entering only the username is Mercury, password is Mercury. But I have to pass Venkatesh as a username. Venkatesh is a username, Venkatesh is a password. Shruti is a username, Shruti is a password. How to test it with the same test case by entering the different username, different password. How to test it? I want to get this message, login successfully message. How to verify it? Same test case will be executed with different sets of test data. Okay, I'm going to write it. Okay, how to write it? Same test case. It means login successfully message. Verify login successfully message, right? Verify login successfully message. Okay, with the different sets of test data. What are the different test data? Whether Mercury or Venkatesh or Shruti, whatever it is. There are different password as a username is a Mercury, or username is a Venkatesh, or username is a Shruti. Same way I'm going to do this. But I want to get this. This is the result. How to do that? Right? Generally, we need to check it, right? I can pass any number of data, any data. Whether I am passing this, Venkatesh data also, bank account has to be created. Sriram data means bank account has to be created. If I pass the Prakash data means bank data has to be created. That is all my main motto. How to do that? With the help of the data provider. Let's see. First of all, what is my test case name? This is my test case name. Go and keep it here. This is my test case name, right? My test case name is ready. What about data provider? How to get that actually? First, we need to create the test case. How to get the test case? You already know that, right? Let me copy the old test case as it is. Okay. What is the older test case? This is the one, right? Login successfully. Let me copy and paste it all the stuff. Okay. What is that? This one. All the stuff I will copy everything. It's copied everything. Delete it. Delete it. Okay. Mercury. I can put it like Mercury. Okay. Mercury. This is what our original TC. Agree? This is what our original TC. What I'm doing here, let me explain this code before I go to the another room. What I'm doing, log into the applications, entering the URL, and entering the username is Mercury. Enter the password as Mercury. Click on the submit button and verify that message is displayed or not. Let me run it. Okay, let me run it. This one. Okay, sorry. What is the error? It is showing this. Okay, let me run this one. There is the error. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Sorry for that, sorry for that, sorry for that, sorry for that. So what I have to do, I have to copy this entire stuff, I have to put it right. Copy paste, I did wrong, sorry for that. Sorry for that. First of all, I have to move this one to here. This is what our test case, right? This is what our test case. I copied wrongly. Sorry for that. This is what our test case. My test class is data provider example. Apologies for that. Sometime I may, you know, I'm doing faster. I'm thinking that I'm doing faster, but I may doing the wrong. So I have to create it under the data provider example. Okay. Go here, copy this, paste it here. Okay. Here is what you have to do. You have to put it Mercury. Here is what you have to do. You have to copy also Mercury. Okay. This is our normal case. Let me run this. Okay. This is working. This is normal TC. But here is what I'm doing. I'm putting the hard coded Mercury, Mercury. I'm putting the hard coded. How many data it is tested? It is testing with only one set of tested data. What in the one set of tested data? Because it is entering Mercury, Mercury only. What about Venkatesh, Venkatesh, Shruti, Shruti? For that only, we are going to use data provider. How to insert, how to use a data provider here is, how to do that? That is what the magic here is. So first of all, you'll feel that, bus, do we need to put anything special in this particular, um, in this test engineered XML? No need to put anything in the test engineered XML. Nothing changes. Then what about, in the script level? Little bit changes. That's what. So to perform this particular data provider, we are going to use one concept is data provider annotation tag. See, you'll feel that, boss, you just copy paste it. That's what. Don't worry about that. Let me explain that. What it is means, this is a data provider. It's called as a data provider definitions or data provider preparations. So here is what, how to do that means very simple. Data provider name is equal to credential. You will feel that, boss, here is, what is that? Can I put the credential is mandatory? No, you can use Venkatesh as well. No problem. Venkatesh data. Okay, just one name attribute. That name is Venkatesh data. That's all. What about this one? That is nothing but it's a two-dimensional. What is by two-dimensional? You already know that, right? 2D, X and Y coordinate, right? Second, two-dimensional data. So I'm creating one object array, object 2D array. The 2D object array is nothing but my name is, I put it as a create login data. You can put any name. Don't worry about that. Just a name, method name. That's all. Just a method name. What is my method name? You already know that, right? How to create the method. Generally, how you guys creating the method? How to do that? Void sum. That way only you will be creating, right? Generally, what you will do? You will be put, if you want to return it anything means string you will be putting, right? Right? String means you have to put return string. Hello, that's the way. Right? If you want to array means what you will do? You have to return the array, right? That's what I did it here. See that? What is the thing I did it? My return type is array. See that? My return type is array. Here is object array. Here is string array. Put it. What is the return value? Return new object. It means I'm returning the instance actually. What here is, I'm not returning the, what is that? I'm not returning the string. I'm returning the instance. What do you mean by instance actually? Instance means you already know that, right? What do you mean instance actually? New human. That is what the instance. If you don't know about, the instance and basic stuff, everything, I already explained in the particular video, right? If you go to this, my first video, I already talked about, right? If we go to here, in this, I already talked about the what in by classes, object, instance, everything. In this particular step, I talked about that. Go through this particular video. You will get the idea. What in by instance. So here is what I'm doing. Here is I'm returning the instance. instance. So if you are returning the instance means it should not be a string array. It should be a object array. That's what I put it as here. So no need to confuse about that. My return type is object array. What I'm returning? I'm returning one object array instance. So within that, I have the value. What is the value? This is one value, Mercury, Mercury, one data, second data is Shruti, Shruti, third data is Venkatesh, Venkatesh, fourth data is Prakash, Prakash, fifth data is Sriram, Sriram. So I have 5 data. So I want to test this. Okay, I have to check it. Instead of this Mercury, Mercury, I want to check with different data by entering Shruti as a username, Shruti as a password. Venkatesh as a username, Venkatesh as a password. Prakash as a username, Prakash as a password. Sriram as a username, Sriram as a password. How it is working, whether this particular login successfully message is displayed or not. I'm going to check. Why you need to check? That is what data provider is saying, right? What is the data provider saying? Same test case will be executed with different sets of test data. What is the different sets of test data? This is what my test data. This is my data 1, data 2, data 3, data 4, data 5. 5 different data I have that, but I want to test it. Okay, now you'll feel that, but here is the test data is ready. How you are going to pass it to this particular one? What is a term I mentioned actually? It's a data preparation or data provider definition you can call. But I want to consume it in the, where do you need to pass? I have to pass it here, right? That's what. Very, very simple. Please listen carefully. At capital D. Please listen. Why you are saying this at capital D? There is a reason. At capital D. It is a data provider. I have to go and consume it. How I am going to consume it? So which method? This is a method. So how to consume that actually? What you have to do? You have to use this particular syntax. What does the syntax means? Press enter. You have to put this one. Data provider. What is the data I want to consume? Venkatesh data. So pass this Venkatesh data. Okay. What is that? I have to pass the Venkatesh data. Now you will feel that bus Venkatesh data is automatically passed from here to here. Here to here. It is passed. This is the data. The data is passed to the test method. How it is passed to my script? What you have to do means how many data we have? 1, 2. So what you have to do? You have to put string. You can put anything. User string pwd something. Now you'll feel that, but how it is identified? The first data will be matched to here. Second data will be passed to here automatically. So this username will be passed to here. This password will be passed to here. Now I have to use this username to here. This password to here. See that? This is also one kind of data driven, right? In the earlier one is the test data is passed from testengine.xml to your script. That is that term is we are called as a parameterization, right? But here is the data is passed from data provider to your test. What is the difference between this one and this one? This is capital D, data provider. This one is a small d, data provider. So this data to this data. It means from 1 to 1, 1 to 1, this to here, this to here. Okay. Now I want to run the test. How to run the test? Let's see. Data provider. I'm going to, what is it? What is my, this one? This is a one, right? So data provider example. I'm going to right click, run as exam. See that the first data is going to pass. Let's see. I'm just waiting for the, see that first Mercury is passing. Done. Second is what it is going to do. I should have, second is Shruti is passing. Third is Venkatesh is passing. Fourth is Prakash is passing. Fifth is Sriram is passing. All execution done. How many data passed it actually? Mercury, Sriram, Shruti, Venkatesh, Prakash, Sriram. Sriram is somewhat failed. Why? Because my space is very less actually. Due to that, my RAM space is very less. That's what it is failed. I should have closed it. I didn't close it. That's what it is failed. Okay. Otherwise, you will get the result as well. See that. How many data is passed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many? What is the number of cases passed? Same test case is executed with different sets of test data. That is nothing but data-driven testing. Okay. Same scenario, you must be, having that, right? Similar scenario you must be having in your project. Try to use it. In the interview, if they ask about that, hey, what do you mean by data provider testing means? Simply you can say this. Simple explanation. Okay, data provider annotation in TestNG is it's useful to run the same test with different sets of test data. Okay, and also what is the use of this one means? It will be faster. Okay, it will execute that same test case with the different. Why? You'll feel that can you, because no need to duplicate the code, right? Can we have some kind of real-time example? Yes. The real-time example is, for example, if you are from healthcare department, right? Healthcare domain means what they will do, submitting the dental claim. Dental claim you'll be having, right? Dental claim is one TC, create one script. Different sets of test data. What is that actually? Different sets of test data. You can submit the claim for, what is that? Different customers. Different customer data, right? You have the different customer data, right? Simply, we can use it. This same thing earlier is people used it for Tatkal. What they will do, this ticket brokers, right? What is that? The ticket booking people. What they will do, they will create the script for ticket booking. Okay, they did it in past. What they will do, they will create the simple script for the ticket booking and they will put all the customer detail. Simply, they will run the script. The script, what will happen? It will fetch all the customer detail and it will go and book the ticket. So what will happen? It's easy. No need to do any kind of manual intervention. It will take the customer detail, go to the particular site, it will book the ticket. First customer, second customer, third customer. No need to monitor anything, right? Automatically it will book the ticket and it will give that, send the email to you if you configure it something. It's easy process, right? So how they are doing that? Data provider. Okay, so simple explanation you should give to the interviewer that data provider nothing but it will allow you to run the same test case with the different sets of test data without duplication of any code. They may ask, what is why you are using the 2D? That is nothing but it's a data preparations or data provider definition. Okay, that is the responsible for providing your test data to the test method. Okay, it will always return the 2D array. Okay, so it will provide the data from here to here. How it is giving this all the data located in the data provider. What is the data provider name? Venkatesh data. So this Venkatesh data is attached with my particular test case. This will be mapped to here. So here is username, password. You can put anything. You can put A also. You can put B also. If you put the A, you have to put A here. You have to put the B here. so that your data will be passed from here to here. So it will take the first data, it will pass. It will take the second data, it will pass. Third data, fourth data, fifth data, it will pass. This term they are calling as the data provider. Okay. So if you have any kind of doubt, you can email to complete automation testing @ gmail.com. Okay. And if you feel that, any kind of query or suggestions, anything, you can email it here. And also I would recommend to share this channel name or, to the people who are really looking for, who are really want to challenge the automation testing world or market. Share with those people. Share to them. Okay, then we'll meet in next session. Bye.